What up, people? Butcher Ball Black here, and this is going to be a little different. And I've been trying to record this stupid video for the last couple hours, and it was about to be uploaded and everything. And I went to go do some final checking, realized I got the year wrong. It wasn't 10 years ago, it was 11 years ago, which makes sense because my numbers were off bad. They were off for like a year, and it didn't make sense. But anyway, you know how Facebook has that memory thing where you look at your old memories. Well, 11 years ago today, or when I'm recording this, because it's 11/17 now, I got let go from my second ever call center job, and it was from an insurance exchange, and it was basically, this is the same year, because I got let go from APHIS like in February of that year, and this is December, so the year is almost over. I just got let go from the gig, and kind of the vlog was basically a journal entry about life since getting let go from the gig, and then realized that this was 11 years ago, and so much has changed in that 11 years. And I had like a 50-minute video cut in 3 parts, or 50-minute audio cut in 3 parts. I erased that. It's probably still on my phone. And I shortened the video to like 12 minutes. I erased that because everything is off. So it's probably still on my phone. But anyway, so this is what has happened in the last 11 years. So the video is called Journey, and I'll put it in the description. And this is the 11 years after that day I got let go. So when I recorded the video, I was actually packing to leave, because I think we were leaving. I think I was leaving for 2015. I was leaving after New Year's of 2015, and going back home to chase my design career, and that didn't work out. I moved back home and didn't work out. I ended up being a greeter at a department store for like Christmas season. I went to go because I have a heart condition. So I go and get my heart examined every couple of years, and it had been a while. So when I got my heart checkup, they wanted to do an MRI on me, and once they did the MRI on me, they did the echo. He didn't like the echo results. They did an MRI on me. They said I had a leaky valve, which I didn't understand. I didn't know that I had one. My mother knew, but I just figured, like, I always knew I had a heart condition, but they never explained to me what it was. So then I just figured, like, the symptoms of it were like you're losing endurance, and I'm just thinking I'm fat. I'm not thinking that this is like a heart issue, or I'm thinking that it's a CP thing. So I'm thinking like, okay, I can work out my way out of it, and I couldn't. So I didn't really take that seriously. In 2015, I got there January 2015. Left December 2015. Left back to Dallas because I was going through like a mini depression. The person at the end of the video that I was talking about, where I was working with I met somebody at work and we had a couple of things working on, that's Anthony. And as you know about this, if you follow me any length of time on this YouTube channel and this YouTube journey, you know who Anthony is, you know who Mignon is. Me and Anthony used to do, he has CP2, he would do the Pushcast, and we would do the basketball shows every Saturday. That was before, when I recorded that vlog, me and him I think we had just did our first show as the Pushcast, and it was never put out because he didn't really know how to do it. So went home. That did the first time I went home in 2015. That did not go well at all. I got into a mini depression. I really didn't know what I can do. The heart valve situation, I didn't really take that as seriously as I should have, and moved back to Texas. Worked on, started Push Up All Black show as like a sports thing, as a way to kind of get out of a depression. I think for that year we did 2 of them, and it was Eagles and Cowboys, and it was a Sunday night football game, and I did a show with Mignon, and then me and Anthony did a couple of shows like on my channel, and then when I moved back to Texas rather, when I got my own place in Texas, me and Anthony started doing Saturday shows, and then me and Mignon started doing Cowboys shows because I was in Texas and I didn't have NFL. You couldn't get NFL Sunday ticket, and I couldn't watch the Bears. So we just did sports shows and did that for about a year. Had a dart physical rather. They checked out my heart murmur. My heart murmur was more serious than they would like to hear. Talked to family. They convinced me to have the surgery back home, and let's see. They convinced me to have the surgery back home. Moved back home. Got a crib in Midlothian, which is next to Robbins, which is where I'm from. And it was dope. Stayed there for about a good 3 years. Stayed there for about a good 3 years because I came back in 2017. Stayed there for a good 3 years. Left kind of like three and a half years. Left the weekend my niece got married, and my youngest niece got married, and stayed. And in that time of me being home, Push Up All Black show has gone from me and Anthony doing the show to where me and Anthony had a falling out. We were no longer cool, and me and Mignon doing the show and him getting really busy with life and being a dad. To me, when I got to Chicago, I was doing shows by myself, and I was doing shows by myself. That started the Bears shows. I think it wasn't. I think this was the first year. Because I think I started the solo Bears cast when Mitch was playing, like Mitch's rookie year, and I did that for a while, and I finally figured out how to put like your audio on a podcast thread or a podcast thing, and have a podcast to where it's showing on Apple. Couldn't pay because you have to pay for storage. Couldn't pay for the storage for the feed. It went back to YouTube. Only reason I left YouTube in the first place, or didn't take YouTube seriously, because in that time frame, YouTube had basically killed small creators with the watch time and the 2,000 subscriber deal. I had the watch time already, didn't have the 2,000 subscribers, so I couldn't. So they kicked everybody that didn't have that off the partner program. Did that for some years. COVID happened. Started painting, and once we got the COVID vaccines, then couldn't get a job. Tried to get a job, couldn't get a job. Moved back to Texas and worked at a property management company for 3 years, and stopped doing Push Up All Black for like 2 years because I didn't do Justin Fields' career other than the night he got drafted, and started again with Caleb. Wanted to do something during Justin Fields' career. Glad that I didn't, because I probably wouldn't have got gone viral for screaming and doing something stupid because of Matt Nagy and Matt Eberflus. Hold on. Yeah. So it was, and I started again with Caleb when Caleb got drafted, and this has been 2 seasons, 24 and 25. So the second season is about to end. And then as far as my career goes, when I ended that first vlog journey 11 years ago, I was beginning the call center life. And I didn't really know what it was going to be. I still can't type worth a damn. But I've literally worked as an application data processor because that's what I got fired as. I went back to that same company as a customer service representative. They wanted me to get my license. I did polls. I did telemarketing. That was the only job I quit. Meaning that was the only job that I got so mad at the call situation that I literally rolled out of there. I was like, hey, I need my check because they were still giving out hand check. They were still giving out paper checks. It was a Friday we was getting paid. I told my supervisor, yo, I need my check. They had me wait till 3 something, and then they handed me my check and I went home. And then because I was staying with my brother when that happened, and then literally they gave me my Social Security check. So, and then I got a job doing polls, doing marketing marketing polls, and I literally I knew that I kind of knew that MAGA was going to happen, and I knew that Trump was going to win in 2016 before everybody else did, and I kind of saw how the electoral college was going to be because I remember talking to Florida. I remember talking to Iowa, all the I was doing market research. That's it. I was doing market research and polls for government stuff. And I remember talking to people about Trump in Florida and Idaho and Iowa and how he was resonating with people back then. And it's like, wow. So then I ended up working, I moved back here after I ended up having my surgery. I went home, had my surgery. It took me a year to prep for the surgery. It took me another year to heal from the surgery. In that year of healing, COVID happened, and my doctor was like, don't travel until we get the vaccine. And I didn't travel. And I literally stayed in the house, painted, played video games, did surveys, and just chilled. And then when everybody got vaccinated, the first go around, they kind of lifted a lot of the lockdown stuff, and then we was able to travel, and I traveled, and I left, and I came back here, and as I said, I didn't do Justin's career. Thought of doing Justin's career, but it was really hard to watch the games, and I didn't want to listen to the games, and NFL Plus wasn't around yet, and I wasn't able to see the games. So now, by moving over here to this new place, there's a bar across the street with NFL Sunday Ticket. I can watch the games and listen to everything on NFL Plus, and started with the Bears cast again. And having a co-host is easy, because you're handling it with other people. So, but it was cool, man. I'm still kind of yelling at the void. And I got a job as working for a property management company for 3 years. Probably would still be there now if they didn't move. And they didn't move their corporate offices. So then I decided to go and get my license. And I went and got my license, and that was my health insurance license, and life insurance license, because Texas has a combo thing. And what happened? That was one of the hardest things I ever had to do. Tried to get my property casualty license, but the company that I wanted to work for did not hire me. So now I have my health and life insurance license, so I can sell both of those in Texas. Worked for a good company, did my first annual enrollment period, which was hard, but it was a learning experience. So I'm cool, and I'm always going to be a graphic designer. I got a project now that I'm waiting for the information on, but I'm going to be a forever freelancer, or forever like creative for myself. And it looks like that I'm just going to fall into this phone work thing. It's been about, because some of those years were not working. But it's been about a good 6 years of experience of working. So in this phone center life, from polls to telemarketing to customer service for 2 companies for application data processors, now I'm a licensed agent. And even then, with the licensed agent, I'm not good at it. So I'm doing licensed agent stuff, but I'm also doing customer service. So 10 years ago, I was trying to figure out and trying to give y'all advice about working in a call center, to now I'm officially a seasoned agent. So been a hell of a 10 years, man. There's a lot of stuff that's happened since then too. Like, I lost a friend. He didn't die. We just fell off of, like, me and Anthony aren't talking. Me and another person that I was really close with are no longer friends either. Because I was dating somebody, I got into a couple of relationships in those 10 years. Both taught me a lot. They were short, but both taught me a lot. One taught me that I can turn my emotions off and just be a fling and just kind of be cool. And then one broke my heart twice, and I'm still getting over her. But still here. But yeah, a lot of shit has happened in the last 10 years. But I grew a lot. I'm healthier than I've ever been, because that heart valve, that whole situation is weird, because you go from thinking that everything's fine, and then I was telling my brother, I had one of the most sobering conversations with the surgeon that was going to do the surgery, and where he basically tells me I was months away from getting a pacemaker put in me. And I still think about that. And that was in 2018, right before we got done. Right, like, it was like December. It was December of like 20. Was it December of 2018 or 2017? I'm not sure, but it was sometime in December. Because it was sometime like close to the surgery. I know that because I had to get my teeth cleaned, and then that summer we ended up having the surgery. So I think it was 20. No, because I came in 2017, so it was like 2018. So it was some years ago, and that was sobering. But yeah, A lot of things have happened in 11 years. And I grew a lot. And I'm not worried about the customer service thing. I didn't know I was going to be able to do it. And 11 years later, I got about 6 years, almost 7 now of experience. And I've been able to ink out a decent living. Who knew? Anyway, push Raw Black out. Later. Bearscast is coming. It'll probably be a mega cast again because I got to watch the Green Bay game again. I watched it live, but I was working, so I want to watch it again. So anyway, later.